Finally, we got to go back to a movie theater. First time since I think January for me. Way the fuck too long. The wife and I went out and enjoyed ourselves, and we went to see Christopher Nolan's Tenet, and we're going to talk about it with you and give you a non-spoiler review. Check it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk to you guys and gals about Tenet. It had been 7 long months since I got to sit down in a movie theater and enjoy myself. Terrible choice of words? Probably. The wife and I got to sit down, and we went to see Christopher Nolan's Tenet, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the movie-going experience. Our theater, I mean, it's going to be a little different everywhere. It's going to vary. We're up here just outside Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And for me personally, it was weird sitting in a movie theater that looks like it should sit about, 250 people, at least in our screen. And there was about 20 people in attendance. Because of the drastic social distancing measures that are being taken up here. Obviously, you got to do what's best and what's safe, and we certainly took our own precautions, masks, hand sanitizer, you name it. But we still sat down and got to enjoy a movie. I don't know about the rest of you guys and gals out there, but going to the movie theater, going to the cinema, whether you're in the cinema or you're at a drive-in, is one of my just most favorite things to do. You know, the movie could be complete and utter dog shit. It could be this massive heaping pile of elephant diarrhea, and at least I was at the movie theater to experience it. Multiple choice question for this video is, are you intending to see Tenet, Christopher Nolan's Tenet, in theaters? We would love to know what you think. We take the time to get back to as many people as we possibly can. Comment down in the comment section below. We want to know what you think. Let's have a healthy discussion about why, or maybe why you aren't going to go see Tenet in theaters. Also, if you haven't yet, somewhere down in one of these corners is a subscribe button. Feel free to click that and keep up to date on all of our content that we have coming. This is going to be a pretty straightforward review, guys. Look. I'm going to open my phone. I made notes. I don't want to forget anything. I remember after seeing the movie, I said to Jade, the first half, I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was great, the first half of the movie. And make no mistake about it, Tenet is an extremely complex film. Not that you should be doing this anyways, but Tenet is not the type of film that you can sit down and be on your phone for 30 or 40 minutes of it and still understand what the hell's going on. No, you can't do that, nor should you. I mean, let's enjoy the movie theater experience for what it is. But for me, I remember, sort of being on the fence. I thought it was okay, the first half. And then you actually start to figure out what the premise of the movie is, what Tenet actually is. And as soon as you figure that out, and if you're paying attention, you will figure it out. It's strap yourselves in after that. It's the second half of this movie is so mind-blowingly good. I still think the first half, even with all that said, could have been better. I think the movie is better once it establishes all the rules, and you're not just learning. The learning process can be a bit tedious, but it is tedious for a reason. There is payoff. Don't give up if you're sitting there finding yourself going, I don't really know what to do with this. And at the end of the day, guys, I think you're really going to love this movie. I thought the movie was great. I think it's so good. Starting with the film's lead, John David Washington. He puts on a wonderful performance in this movie. Very believable. Just real solid. At the end of the day, I was worried because I don't know John David Washington too well. I believe he's in the show Ballers. I've seen him a few times on there. But he did well for a lead. He really did. And I've seen some people out there criticizing him, and I don't get it. I thought he was real strong. Kenneth Branagh's in the film. I would argue not necessarily. He's recognizable. If you know who Kenneth Branagh is, you're going to know who he is. Yet at the same time, there's something about his performance in this movie that doesn't feel like he's Kenneth Branagh, which is probably a good thing. You don't want to, hey, there's Kenneth Branagh. No, he invests in the character, and you believe him for the character that he portrays in this movie. Elizabeth Debicki, I've seen her in a few things. She was fantastic as the main female lead. Very believable. Definitely pulled on your heartstrings a bit. But for me, the show stealer in this movie, and if you're a fan of the Batman, you're probably going to like what I have to say here, is Robert Pattinson steals this movie. I know there's Twilight haters out there going, hey, Jimmy, did you hear the sparkly vampire guy is in the Batman? No. He's not playing a vampire. He's playing the Batman. Oh, okay. Look, guys, he played a fucking role that was like 10 fucking years ago. Get over it. The guy has range. He's amazing in The Lighthouse with Willem Dafoe. He's been in other movies that I've seen that he's been really good at. But in this movie in particular, with guidance from Chris Nolan, obviously, Pattinson is fantastic. I wish he would have been on screen more. And he's on screen a fair bit, but I could have, used more of him. Pattinson is so good in this movie. Definitely my favorite character in this movie. He plays a guy named Neil. And it's so he's good. So if anybody was looking for more reason to be excited for Matt Reeves' The Batman next year, this is just another notch on Pattinson's belt. He was so good in this movie. If I had to grade just Pattinson's performance, he gets a 9 out of 10. He's really fucking good and really believable. And in the early parts of his performance, you're probably going to be like, what the hell are you talking about, Shawn? I'm not seeing it. Stay with it, guys. This whole movie, if there's one piece of advice I can give everybody, stay with it. Christopher Nolan, is it his best movie? No. I don't think it's his best movie. I don't think it's as good as Inception. I don't think it's as good as The Dark Knight. Yet it's a really fucking good movie. To me, this is Christopher Nolan's take on James Bond, on Mission Impossible, on The Terminator, on Back to the Future. It's kind of like all four of those movies blended into one. That's kind of the premise of the movie, without giving anything away. And Nolan does a really good job at taking all four of those movies and sort of blending them into the same movie, and yet still having it be completely original all on its own. And I dug it. I know Nolan's taken some heat because someone called it, Nolan's humorless Tenet. I didn't know every movie needed humor. That said, I still think there's some pretty good humor in the movie. Not very much of it, but there's some humor when needed. The visuals are amazing. I mean, it's a Chris Nolan film. There's Chris Nolan shots in here. It's perfect for an IMAX presentation. You wouldn't expect anything less from Nolan. Same with the score. Everything's pretty spot on in terms of that. Guys, I would recommend, if you can do it safely, to see Tenet in theaters because, well, it is maybe a little too complex. If you're paying attention, you can figure it out. And when you figure it out, you appreciate the movie more for what it actually is. And I would highly recommend going to see Christopher Nolan's Tenet in theaters if you can do so safely. I think at times, especially in the back half, some of the stuff he's doing in the movie is borderline genius, and yet a creative take on some things that have already been done with a different spin on them, and then also being completely original. I really liked Tenet. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. That easily could have been a 9 or a 9.5, but I do find the beginning a little tedious at times. But it's an excellent movie. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. One more time, guys, let us know in the comment section down below if you intend to see Tenet in theaters. Let us know why you are or why you might not, and what we can do to possibly help with that. Anyways, guys, that's it for our review of Tenet, which we are giving, or at least I'm giving, an 8.5 out of 10. I can't speak for anybody else on Fandom or at Fandom Empire because they're not here right now. Next week begins our new schedule that's going to run through the spring. Tuesday nights, the Imperial Remnant broadcast, 9 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday nights, Supernatural Revisited, 9 p.m. Eastern. Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern is Fandom Empire Live with impromptu Fandom Empire Lives. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Keep up to date on all of our content. We are the little engine that could. Fandom Empire is slowly growing, much because of the staff here that puts in the effort that they do, but mainly because of the fan base. You know, we don't have 100,000 subscribers or anything like that. But we're growing slowly and steadily, and we appreciate you for not only whether you're someone that donates to the channel, signs up for the Patreon, which, by the way, you can do at www.patreon.com/FandomEmpire. Link is in the description below, but just if you're taking the time to tune into our content, we thank you. Again, Christopher Nolan's Tenet is out now in everywhere except for America, I believe. I think it's next week in the U.S. it comes out. Highly recommend it, guys. 8.5 out of 10. Nolan's at it again, borderline genius at times, and Robert Pattinson steals the show with a strong performance from the lead, John David Washington. Can't recommend it enough. Tenet, it was worth the wait. Ciao.